So hi, ever since I posted that post in that group, the TKT group, I've received messages from various teachers regarding how I prepared for these tests. So first of all, I don't have any tips or tricks. So I request you not to ask me anything regarding that on WhatsApp or maybe Facebook. I've received some messages on the Facebook Messenger that, sir, how did you do that? How to get a band 4 and all. First of all, you should understand this. A band 4 requires you to go beyond 70, or maybe at least 70 you should have out of 80 in a module to score a band 4. So it's a really tall order to live up to. And then it cannot really be achieved with shortcuts and tips and tricks. So I'm not that kind of a person. So I would rather you excuse me if you want something of that sort. After that, if you really want to know how I prepared for it, I can tell you my journey. I can walk you through it. First, I took the first module in October last year because I was not sure about the fabric of this exam in regard to any of the modules. So I took the first module in October last year and I scored a band 4 in that itself. So I was confident about my preparation. Then I thought of nailing all the other modules in one go. So I contacted the center that I had been to for my first exam also, and they gave me this opportunity. I could take the four modules, the other four modules together, as in I stayed in Jalandhar for 2 days. I took two modules on one day, and on the other day also I took the other two. And I took module 2 and module 3 on one day, and module that is the module that is CLIL and the YL module on the subsequent day, on the 25th of January this year. I did not really have to prepare in regard to English because I've been an English teacher for long and you guys have been also. But yeah, this exam requires preparation in regard to the metacognition that you require in order to be a teacher, how you deal with students, how you know the basics of English, as is the case with the first module. You have to know the basics, the nitty-gritty of grammar, compound nouns, adjectives, and all, the meta structures, I would say. After that, module 2 and module 3, they are mostly about, I don't remember the exact names, but I think as far as I remember, they are regarding lesson planning and managing students and all. So I used the regular books only. This one you must know for module 2 and module 3. And for CLIL, this one, I hope you know this. And for YL, there is no book. I just solved one of the test papers and I took it. I had not prepared well for YL. That is why I scored a band 3 perhaps. But there is another reason to that I will elaborate on soon. As I said, I do not have any tips or tricks, but I can share how I prepared for it in regard to my preparation strategies. I never really take things all at once. I go through them step by step. And I had 2 months, I guess, in order to prepare for these exams, these four modules. Yeah, nearly 2 months or something, because I received the results in November. And yeah, then there were these 2 months from November to January 25th or something. So what I do is whenever I have a lesson, so I would just divide it into sections, as in I will read this much part and then I will take a break, 2-3 minutes or maybe 10 minutes. Then I will do the rest of the parts in the same manner. Then I will revise the whole chapter after having taken a break again. Then I will do its questions. I will complete all the chapters in this way. And when all the chapters have been completed, I will revise the book and then I will take a sample test, which is there in the book itself. And that is how I went through the other modules also. Remember, I did not prepare well for YL because I could not find a book, first of all. And then I was running out of time also. I was studying the last night also, because the previous night also, because I have to teach my students also. I'm a teacher. So my whole day is devoted to that thing first. Still, I did what I was able to do. And the experience at the center was not very nice when it was my second exam. Actually, when it was my second stance actually, because in the first module, when I took it in the October of 2022, it was still fine, although there was a very noisy girl over there who was doing her paper and she was, talking, and also that disturbed me a little. But I had scored a band 4, so I buried the hatchet. But when I was there for my second trip, when I had to take the 4 exams together, I was the only candidate. So the invigilator was not very nice. She was very rude. On the first day, when I had to take my module 2 and module 3, there were prayers going on in the adjacent room. That lasted for a small time, and I did not mind that. But on the second day, when I was preparing to take my CLIL and YL, there were loud celebrations regarding Republic Day. You know, 26th, the 26th of January is Republic Day in India. So on the 25th, there were some celebrations going on in the school where I took the exam, and I was made to sit amid those celebrations to take my exams, especially on the second day. As I said, when I had my CLIL and YL, I tried to talk to the invigilator if she could, move me to another room which was silent or something. But she replied rudely, and I had to take the exams amid the loud celebrations only. And that is why perhaps my YL is not up to snuff. But what can I do now? So you might be excited about your education, other people might not be. So be prepared for such things also. Accidents can happen on the exam days. My second experience was not at all very conducive to examinations, uh, atmospheres. And I did what I could do, as I said. And yeah, the results are in front of you. Don't take any fake optimism from my web or from my video. I am not trying to convey anything of that sort. Prepare hard, take breaks, be relaxed while you're preparing for such exams, and don't be greedy about grades. Perhaps I don't want to be preachy here, but these are the realities. Don't look for shortcuts, then you will be giving out a wrong message to your students also. You are teachers, be responsible. I wish you luck.